Well, this is our, what I call a 5-year dream project. It's very extensive in what we want to do, and we're doing this as the first phase. Right up to that is a stage there which we've had concerts on through our charity. The first phase goes up to there and out the back, and then eventually out the back there will be a swimming pool, which will be for the accommodation here. This is the accommodation part of our inland resort. This is a nice area, very nicely lit. As you can see, it's a work in progress. We are doing what we can with what we have. Now at the moment there's a very annoying, we have to get the guys back who did the fire alarm. As you can see, because it's a commercial project, you have to have a fire alarm. No, I put all the lights on as I did before. So if you can ignore that annoying piercing sound. Now, I cleaned all of this area, I cleaned it out, and it looked terrific. And then we had an electrician come in for 1 day, and this is how he left it. It's you have to accept that that's the way that Filipinos work. I'm just putting all of the lights on. Of course, we wouldn't be looking at having all these lights on. They're made to be in certain sequences. So for most of the time, as the darkness starts to come around 4 or something like that, we'd start to put the lights on. Otherwise, only this area here would need to be. Now, many people have been outraged that we should have done this. As I say, I never quite understand what the feeling is. But when you set up to do a vlog, what some people think is that you put a target on your t-shirt, on your chest, and that you're there so that they can take pot shots at you. And the reasoning, almost verbatim, of how they have said this to me is, well, you put yourself up on public media, what do you expect? People are going to... No, that's not how it works at all. We're looking to meet friends. We're not looking to introduce enemies into our midst. We invite people in the cyber sense to come and share our lives. And we ask you to be as polite as if you had walked through the door. You can still lots and lots of things to be done. Tiles fall off the wall. We deliberately, of course, we don't put the toilets in, because if we did, oh boy, workers would do what they do. So this room, this is a double room, and at the moment we have it the one lockable room, I think. So this, I'm going to use this as a workshop for making whatever we need for the resort. As you can see, some things are done. Some things people have put their foot through the ceiling and left holes in the ceiling. It's one of those things. But this will make a nice workshop, and I'll be able to do the bigger pieces like beds and cabinet work. It's what I used to do. So that's what we would call our honeymoon suite or executive suite, however you want to think of it. All of the rooms are very spacious because they're meant to be like family rooms, and they all go out onto a balcony, which is out there. As you can see, dogs, they're a problem, and they make a mess. So they're all of the rooms are on the big side. This is about a normal sized bathroom, but most of the others are much bigger, as you must have seen in the double room. So this is an area that would be utilized as well. TVs on the wall, maybe a pool table, something like that. Table tennis. This way we have locked. There's our store. That's our storeroom for materials. So you can see, very big room, very spacious. This will be usable by a family who are bringing lots of children and uncle and aunt with their kids as well. And Filipino-wise, in the way that they live and rent, this would be very good for a big family. Here, quite a big bathroom. Once again, lots to do. This is what would be the public bathroom. So if people were checking in or checking out and didn't have a room, they would be able to come and use the bathroom there. You can see this. This is the Filipino way. For those who think that I'm venting on Filipinos, it's not true. It's an observation. Whatever was in this pack was used by the electrician, probably in his work there. He does that, takes it out of the pack, and then he drops it on the floor. This, whatever he used that for, he just leaves it there. So in they come to a totally cleaned up place, and then they leave it how they leave it. Big bathroom again. The heater has been fitted, and the boxes and everything have been thrown on the floor. This goes on there, and it's just been dropped on the floor. It is the way that it is. All of these boxes they came off. Yeah. That of course costs money, but and yet they come and they do beautiful tile work like this, and our team who have built all of the houses that we built for the less fortunate, much simpler houses obviously, and they built this house. Now, one of the criticisms that we had very recently, someone said, well, it's clear to see that there's no concrete footing, there's no concrete foundation. You can see that on the wall. Not so, and I've explained many, many times how this building is totally overbuilt on electrics and on construction. And all of these, everywhere that you see a pillar, this is a support pillar, and it's going through and it carries right through to the other side. And a huge beam goes across the top there, right? And underneath there's another beam that joins all of these. So all in there is all boxed rebar everywhere. Every wall, inside and out, has a boxed section reinforcing bar, because there is a possibility of earthquakes. So overbuilt, a deeper footing than normal, because I'm a British American, and in the UK we go down at least a metre, go onto hardcore, and then onto concrete, and so on. And that's how we build. So all of this is done the same. It's possibly a 5-year duration. Once again, you can see how all of this was all tidied up and put to the side. And then it's not in the training, it's not in the site. All of this was to the side so that it looks a pleasure to bring anybody around. Now I have to go and do the whole thing again. I'll leave. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing. It's started raining now, getting quite loud. Still a long way even to go on the electrics. Okay, so please like, comment, subscribe. Keep the comments nice. Try being nice. We're not here to have a pot shot. Love to hear what people have to say. Try not to make assumptions about how you think it has or hasn't been made. You can ask questions. I'll be very happy to answer. And I'll be back.